Hi guys, this is Sean Shi. I'm from Taiwan and right now I'm working at Tesla. I've been in Silicon Valley for 5 years. For now I'm working for Tesla for 4 years. The product I've been designing is like the batteries, like power walls or the batteries in the cars like Model S, Model X and Model 3s. My journey about how I ended up at Silicon Valley. I actually was born and raised back in Taiwan. I had my elementary school, high school, and college all in Taiwan. When I was 8 years old, I already started to design my own product. The first product I did was like a head. In Taiwan it was very hot, so the head I put a solar panel and 2 fans on the side. So then the solar panel can boot the fan, so it's like a sustainable cooling head. I started with that and I get a little award by the elementary school. It actually motivates me to keep moving forward as an inventor or designer. So when I was in middle school, high school, I keep thinking about this idea. And when I was in college, I actually start making things. In high school, I kind of make some little things, but I didn't really pay too much attention about. So when I was in high school, I was thinking about, okay, if I finish all my quiz, I'm going to design something very cool. So first thing I'm in college was I started to build these robots that I want to make it look like a very cool jellyfish on the ocean. It looks like a Dyson product because Dyson's vacuum cleaner is very popular at that time. I want to make it very unique and start to learn all this process by myself. Google it, search online, watch YouTube, learn everything by myself. It's very easy to learn things online. And I realized that people like me, which is creative, very innovative, we need a very perfect environment for us to grow faster and much more stronger. So in Taiwan, I was trying to get my own resource. I get a lot of tractions from media. I got a lot of good money from awards and build my own products. But I didn't feel like it's a very smooth and fast process. It was kind of slow and a lot of bottlenecks because in Asia, people are elder people like teachers, professors hope you to become like a stereotype. You want to be good student, good in everything, get married, get a good job, and just get kids and have very ordinary life that is good in their culture or their belief. So I was trying to find more fast-growing place for me to learn, and after I sold the first design, I actually think about getting to US where I can learn more about creative products, how I can actually scale my product. So then I moved to Michigan for a year to learn how to mass produce my products. And after that I moved to US, Silicon Valley, where I spend more time with Tesla to scaling innovation product, be more creative in this kind of cutting edge, new technology, how we should change the entire world. So in this process, I really enjoy where I ended up with here, that I can see a lot of different crazy people like me who build very unique, creative, disruptive products. So in this kind of environment, you can grow faster, people adapt your idea better, and there's a lot of good mentors can actually help you here as well. So I highly recommend you guys to come over here. Design thinking really is a process of creating a product or developing a product. During this process, it's a feeling or like the entire project plan when you start from the scratch to the very end. So today I want to start with how you think this as a process, not just like a thinking. It's actually a process. Like in the morning, there's a process for you to get ready to go to school, right? You have to brush your teeth, wash your face, and then wear your clothes. It's a process. After you keep doing it for years, now you are familiar with that process. For designers, this is something we learned back in school, and we start practicing in our career so that we know how we can actually use this process every day as a habit or like a routine now. So to sum up, design thinking is really a process. You have to go through step by step. You cannot jump steps. Every step has a specific goal and target for you to fulfill. So today we're going to dive into more detail in this. So during the product design process, typically there are 4 players: designers, manager, designer's boss, or the investors who back you on the money or budget for this project, or the users who actually use the product, or the product manager who actually manage the entire product development cycle, like more project managing or like making sure everything is on time. So among these 4, who do you think is the most important person for this design thinking process? The answer is user. Because the user, or sometimes we call them customer, is the actual person who are going to use the product. If it's a phone, there will be the user that will actually touch it every day, use it every day, and enjoy or dislike the process every day. So the product you're designing have to be very, very important or comfortable for the users to use. So users is the most important person doing this process. Design thinking process is typically we start from a very rough idea. It looks like a pretty messy thinking process, brainstorming, figuring out what is customers need. So as you can look at the slide, it's actually where we start with a lot of very uncertainty on defined area where we listen to the customers. What are their pain points? What are the struggles during their daily use of the product? What are the hopes they are having in their mind? So starting from there, it's actually pretty uncertain and pretty like you don't know where the direction is. And after a while, you're going to spend more time on like refining where the product should be. You are going to find the technology or the product which is similar to the solution, or the solution that can be either like a platform or like a redesigned product, like a better pencil cases, for example, that people actually like it more. And then you start, the last thing you would want to try is to build the actual product before you talk to the customer. So typically what we do is we have a minimum viable product. We call it MVP, as it can be very simple, very easy to build. Like for me, I built an MVP in a morning just to validate if the idea is good or not from the customer. So in this process, it's a lot of communication between teams, like your designers, your actual users, your engineers who build the back end of the product, and the investors. And actually, in the real world, there are like channels, people who help you to sell the product, people who help you to distribute the products, these kind of people. Everyone have their own unique perspective to the product, such as for channels, if we are going to put your product on the shelf, they will want the product looks more attractive to users. So typically what they design is like a, like a transparent package where customer can see the product directly when they are shopping at stores. So this kind of feedback you also have to incorporate into your design process. And from customer point of view, sometimes the color, the feeling, the way they hold it, like ergonomic, is very important. So during this process, you're going to spend more on finding what is the perfect fit. We call it product market fit to the customers. And then after that point, you go to the straight line to all the way optimizing the product, design the final product with the prototype, engineer all the product drawings, mark the dimensions, and talk to the factories to mass produce your product. So this is like typically how we start. So again, we start with the uncertainty. We try to find what are the needs or unmet needs. We start with prototypes, MVPs, a lot of communications to find what is the best for the customers. And then we find one or two best solutions and we refine to get the final solution and deliver to the customer. As most of you guys know, designers typically are related to art, like or ergonomic, or like the look, the actual aesthetic of the product. It's partially true, but partially not true. Designers typically are the coordinators between technology, art, and the actual business. So what we are doing is typically, as you can see on the slide, I try to visualize how designers are. Sometimes we spend time on making the product looks more pretty, use more kind of artistic things such as playing with colors, playing with the shape of the product. Should we have this bottom like a circle shape, or like a triangle shape, or like a rectangular shape? These kind of things are more artistic. But again, it's not just about how the product looks, it's also about how it works. So when we design a product, we actually have to look at what are the available technologies, what are the feasibility of the product. So in the technology like iPhone, sometimes we know it's a very successful product because it looks amazing. But these iPhones, if they have no technology behind or no good touch sensors, this kind of high technology, the whole product user experience is not going to be very satisfying. And the last but not the least is invention. So a designer sometimes can also be called as an invention because some of the products are not existing in the market yet. So the product you're inventing, you can actually patent it, you can actually look at if there's similar design in other country or other planet maybe. And during this process, by inventing this, you can learn how actually people are thinking about this function and how these three different functions put it together can be a new product. So as a designer, again, you have to be the integrator to integrate different knowledge. And the sequence is also always with these three very important circles. We have to start with the human. We understand how humans feel about this product, how they like the product or dislike the product. When I hold it, what is the most ergonomic way for them to hold it? And the second step will be if people really need this product as an unmet need, then the technology can support or not. If it's feasible, then we move forward on the business side. How much the technology will cost, how much the product is going to cost, and will the people actually going to buy the product or not? If they do, how much are they willing to pay? So that's the business side. With these three all overlap together, you'll see this overlap where the innovation is happening. So why design thinking? I keep thinking about this for a long time. For me, I want to share an experience of like, if a project without the design thinking, how will it look like? So today I want to share one experience that I had in almost 10 years ago, where I started with this startup where I designed this water service cleaning robot. At first, I thought because any clean product looks amazing, should sell pretty well. So I started to design this product on my own in my garage and build a prototype. to fulfill my fantasy where you guys all know iRobot, the vacuum cleaner, they actually vacuum all of the indoor area automatically. It was a big success like 10 to 12 years ago. So I was thinking about what if I just design the same thing for a swimming pool. And people will definitely buy it because it's going to look cooler, it's going to be much nicer because they don't have to clean their pool anymore. And it's just going to be an overkill product. So I start for the first 2 years designing this product, and I know it's going to cost approximately $500 to $600. So I'm trying to sell $1,500 to $1,800. So I knock on everyone's door to try to sell them and try to find customers to sell them. What I did was I actually start designing my product, develop the product, and build prototypes before I sell them or even talk to the customers. So in this experience, in the first 2 years, I literally spent all of my time and money in exchange of nothing. It was not a very good experience, but luckily during 2010, there was an oil spill at Gulf of Mexico. So I was thinking about, my product wasn't selling that well, there's something wrong. Is it because my design? No, I think the design is pretty good. It looks like Dyson, it looks like Apple product. It's like colorful, very technology style. The price should be okay, but the market fit is not perfect. So I was thinking about, if there's an oil spill and my robot is going to clean water service, if I can tweak my robot, pivot it a little bit to make it adaptable for absorbing water service oil, that kind of pollution, this could be a good business. So I spent 2 nights, less than 10 hours, tweak the design so that only 1% of the design change can actually make the whole product work for absorbing water service oil. And the next day, I was trying to propose to companies who are buying technologies. So actually, in our presentation, we won a big prize. We won at least 20 design awards back in Taiwan and globally. We earned so many money when I was 20 years old. And we are on the news, on TVs, on magazines. And we end up finding the perfect product market fit where everyone is looking for a solution to clean oil pollution. There's no solution yet. So what we did was tweak the design, fit this product market fit. Everyone loved it. The price ended up being decently cheap compared with other solutions for this problem. So to solve this problem, now we all know this robot can solve it, and it's a very good result. And what I learned again was never spend time and money on the product you never talked to your customer yet. Always start with the customer. See what's their unmet need. See what or how much they are willing to pay. With this, you can ensure the product is going to be fulfilled and actually used by a customer. And with this experience, you don't have to spend like 2 or 3 years as me. You can actually spend less time to find the right market, to find the right customer, and build the right product. Today is going to have you to practice about this design thinking process and make your own MVP, and also communicate with a very efficient way. So clay is one of the toys we typically use to realize our idea, and also paper. I use this every day to visualize my idea, how we put 2 parts together as a mechanical joint, or how the curve of the cover should look like. So it's a very powerful tool. Today I want to use this exercise to redesign the pencil case so you guys can get used to this process as well. It's a very fun process. You guys will definitely enjoy it. So today, every 3 persons should be in the same group. The game rule is we start with 3 persons in a team, and by the end of the game today, we are going to have every one of you as a team to present your idea. What's your last time to use a pencil case? How was the process step by step? You open it from your backpack, or you open it from your pocket. You take it out, you open the lid, you pick the pen. What are in your pencil case? What are the most frequent used things? And what are the pain points you have during the process? How do you think this should be improved? So after you ask your teammates about the 4 questions, you take notes, and then after the 10 minutes, you all put together your notes. That's your uncertainty and the unmet need. And then you move on to the next phase where you think about your ideas, you brainstorm with your teammates. Think about how can we make this product as a very good solution for this unmet need. And the next phase, you will spend a little bit of time on making this MVP, where you can use clay, cardboard paper, or anything you have right now to make this as a proof of concept, to communicate with your teammates and also communicate and present to the entire classroom. Remember, when you present, you're going to talk about what is the problem you are going to solve. Why do customers want it? And what makes it different? Then you heard of my journey now. Almost none of my skills was learned from school. I would say more than 80% of them are actually from internet. So in this era, you can do whatever you want. If you have an idea, you should do it now, because there's nothing going to stop you. If you need to build a website, there's so many free website service online that you can just build a website in one night. If you want to deal with the product, there's a lot of YouTube tutorial for you to learn how to do CAD drawings. You can always start very, very fast. It's a lot better than learning slowly from school, because you are learning from the best on the internet. So if you have an idea, you should start right now. Don't hesitate. Don't be afraid of anything. Just go for your dream.